Little Amanda was happy to get the part of the white swan in the school play. She worked very hard at rehearsals and endlessly repeated the most difficult movements at home in front of the mirror. She had a gorgeous white dress made by her mother, with puffy underskirts and fluffy feathers on the sleeves. Amanda was thrilled with it. On the day of the concert, the girl put on her snow-white costume, and just like the other kids at school, her mother dropped her off. At school, everyone rushed left and right for the final preparations. There was not much time left before the performance, and the teacher asked the girls to wait in the classroom while the older boys finished preparing the scenery. The girls chatted about the dance for a while, but soon they grew bored. Then one of the girls suggested they grab some paint and draw. But as one of the girls was reaching for a box filled with opened cans of gouache on a shelf, she lost her footing and fell backwards, causing all the paint to fall right on top of Amanda. The girl's dress turned stained from all the colors of the rainbow. Her friends panicked. They grabbed wet wipes and worked to get the stains out, but they only made it worse. The bright spots turned into streaks and even spoiled her precious feathers. Amanda burst out crying. Surely she couldn't go on stage dressed in such a mess. Everything she worked for was over. The commotion became a real ruckus, and parents rushed over to investigate. Each offered solutions for salvaging the dress and the play. Mrs. Davis suggested a quick trip to the dry cleaners, even though there was no more than 10 minutes left before the show. Mrs. Brown drew a needle and thread from her bag and volunteered to make a sort of costume out of a curtain. Of course, it would not be as good as Amanda's dress, but for want of a better one, what else could be done? Mrs. Craddock shifted her eyebrows sternly and suggested that Amanda be removed from the performance. It was a shame, but there was no other way. However, Mrs. Wilson, the teacher, did not accept any of the suggestions. She calmly took the girls backstage and told them to get ready for the performance. Amanda peered through the slit in the curtain as Mrs. Wilson came up to the stage and approached the play's presenter, whispering in his ear. Amanda chewed her fingernail with excitement. What had the teacher come up with? How could the situation be saved? "Ladies and gentlemen," the presenter announced, "now the junior high students are going to show you a fantastic dance routine called A Flock of Little Swans and a Parrot. We're sure you'll love it." The familiar music began to play. The girls held hands as they had done so many times in rehearsal and took the stage. In some places there were laughs, but they were not offensive at all. The people liked the original idea, smiled, and applauded. An enthusiastic Amanda danced as well as ever. Everyone was pleased, and the performance went off without a hitch. After the performance, Amanda ran up to Mrs. Wilson and, unable to find the words to express her gratitude, hugged her tightly. And though the teacher's blonde skirt was stained from Amanda's costume, she too hugged the little dancer warmly. The ability to look at a situation from a different angle means a lot. It allows you to find the most unexpected and simple solution where others see disaster.